Thank you for being here today. Today's presentation is about our school's climate. We will look at some data from the recent survey and look at what is going on, what is going well at Bryan Elementary, and we are going to look at the challenges we're facing, and how we can move forward with solutions supporting one another. So just a general overview of the survey. I had 30 teachers respond. I analyzed 30 items out of the 40, and the response window of time was November 3rd through the 5th. And then I'll go through the summary after all the findings. So the school climate is the overall atmosphere and culture of our school. The survey that was given focused on how safe our staff feels and the quality of relationships, morale, and the effectiveness of teaching and learning. A strong climate will help us maintain a strong climate, increase teacher retention, and student achievement. Just a few of the demographics of the teachers that were surveyed. We have a veteran staff that brings various levels of expertise. So on the first frame, how many years have you been working at this school? So 26% is less than a year, but I'm going to jump down to 25 or more, that little sliver right there. But if you look at it, most of our experiences are in the 1 to 5 and the 16 to 20 year range. How many years have you been working in the district is right here. A large portion of ours have been in the district, 26% of our staff, and then 36% in the 16-20 year category. So we have a very experienced staff here. All 38 of our teachers are currently certified. We go through your, we have many years of experience, school district experience here, and that is a very good strength to have experienced teachers here. Collaboration is very good, and then we also have a good mentoring program as well. So before we start analyzing other pieces, the overall climate perception, I really wanted to choose something simple. I like working with this school, so 90% of our staff members say they like working here. And then of course no school is perfect, so we have a 10%, and my curiosity was what can we do? Let's target the 10% and see what we can do to help support those people. So with our experience, so 90% of our staff, 10% express concerns. That's self-explanatory. I want to go through the strengths first. So I chose 6 of these items on the survey. 85% or greater of these agreed or strongly agreed. I like working at Bryan. Most teachers try to help students when they are having problems. Most teachers want their students to be successful. Teachers show respect for students at the school. Teachers respect other teachers in the school. And adults have high expectations for student success. So teachers share that that when they bring their ideas and concerns, that to our administration, we listen, we follow up, and that has been great with building trust among our staff. Also, the positive relationship, the majority of the staff reported strong teamwork, positive relationships with students and their peers. So that gives our school culture a sense of purpose. Staff know their work is meaningful, and the contributions to student achievement is very evident. I like to keep going on about the positives. This piece right here at work, my opinion counts. And then at the bottom, the principal and other supervisors make me feel my job is important. So most of the staff strongly agreed on both of those components. Supportive leadership is very important. 87% of the staff shared that they feel supported by the school's principal or the assistant principal. When teachers feel like their opinions matter, they're engaged, committed, and bring heart to the classroom every single day. So, of course, we have areas of growth. This is where less than 60% agreed or strongly agreed. So, on this part, there are not many resources available to achieving students. Areas in and around the school could use better lighting for safety reasons. Many things are broken or damaged in our school: windows, computers, outside equipment. So we have an older building, of course, and we're constantly having to make updates and things of that nature. So these are the lower 10 items on the survey is why I chose these. The overall climate perception that 80% of the staff stated they believe Bryan is a positive place to work. However, 17% is this piece right here, where some stayed neutral, 3% of the staff expressed concerns regarding these areas. Areas needing attention. While our staff is committed to helping every student succeed, several expressed that we do not have sufficient resources. So I think on that, it was a little bit misleading on the survey, so I can't really say that's accurate for us to do that. And that's really like talking about our interventions and our structures that we have in place with PLC. So I would say we have very good structures in place for those. We focus really hard on our tier 1, but our tier 2 and tier 3 is pretty tight here too. So we're going to kind of overlook that, I guess. Addressing the concerns over lighting visibility. We definitely are always looking for ways to improve these areas. It would increase safety during dismissal or arrival. So the staff also mentioned faculty issues such as broken windows, damaged equipment. We do know that these conditions can affect student learning and school pride in itself, so we're constantly having to put things into our platform to fix things. Another item that I wanted to focus on here is response to staff turnover. So at this point I only have 24 responses here. Staff turnover at this school is high, and most people either strongly disagreed or disagreed. So we don't have a lot of turnover here. We have such a good climate culture here. And I have to point back to the positives. Every staff member agrees that turnover is not an issue at our school. This speaks to the dedication of our staff, the supportive environment, and the commitment to our students. So recommendations for next steps. After analyzing all of the data, strengthen classroom management and supports. We're always looking for ways to reinforce behavior expectations. Things are changing, behaviors are changing, they're becoming more intense, so those impact the learning environment. So making sure our administration tightens up those expectations and classroom expectations. Teachers need that autonomy to do so. Providing ongoing professional development on positive behavior interventions. One thing I'd like to do is, look at different ways of making the whole school do the zones of regulation, things like that. Get children talking about their emotions, and maybe that will take care of some of these other behaviors where children can't regulate emotions. And continue to take an ongoing survey of instructional resources. Ensure teachers have planning time to access materials, so protecting teacher time, not wasting time on things that are not beneficial to them. Review safety procedures, not just the beginning of the year, but throughout the year. Keeps everything flowing smoothly. Supervise areas of problem and concern. Address workload by delegating duties and providing coverage. Everybody can't do one thing. I can't do one thing. So I have to trust people within the building to help support and make sure everything's flowing smoothly. So in closing, I would like to thank you for your honesty in the survey and your commitment to our school improvement here. And without your input, we wouldn't have direction for improvement. So thank y'all.